Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Dreadnoughts and to the US campaign, where we are continuing our quest to eliminate Germany. However, that is something that we need the army's help with, almost certainly, because it is very difficult to do anything to Western Germany through naval invasions. This isn't. Oh, of course, it's unupgraded because it's a Swedish one. This is original design. Fresno, hideous thing. I can't work out if I've made it more or less hideous. The 3 different versions it's been in. Anyway, got a couple of German destroyers. Wow, they're coming in very, very close. They did fire their torps too late. Took a lot of damage in the process. Healy taking a little bit of damage there. I think she's alright. V123 is almost certainly going to go down here. There we go. Simple stuff. Yeah, I'm relying on the army marching in and dealing with things, but that doesn't mean there won't be some interesting stuff this episode. I definitely need to get some new destroyers under construction. Welcome back. Nashville has spotted a convoy escorted by a single solitary light cruiser. Torpedoes. Oh wow, they're coming at me. I thought they were heading away. I mean, they are pretty much sunk already, but oh, the torpedoes made sure of it. Mils working over the transports. Done. Okay, a little bit of damage on Nashville there. She lost her A turret, but most of that's just flooding damage. Should be fixed up pretty quick. Right, I'm going to go see how our shipyards are doing. Well, my looking at the shipyard has been interrupted by the Z detecting a couple of German heavies. She is engaging. Yeah, so I'm waiting a couple of months because I'm just about to get a quality control tech, which is actually a pretty nice one. Minus 30% chance to have ship flaws, which is definitely worth getting. Then I think we'll lay down some more destroyers. I think we are starting to unlock the Mark V big guns. I think it's probably best that I hold off on refitting the capital ships or building new ones until I have the Mark Vs. But I should be getting the Mark V 10-inch relatively soon, which means we can make a follow-up to the Detroits. Because we do have not one but 2 additional heavy cruiser hulls, so we can pump out some more heavy cruisers. Stop doing that to the poor light cruiser. Hey! That'll learn you. There it goes, fly. Now, I have made some improvements to the mod since the last episode I recorded, trying to get the AI to put armor on their ships, but obviously, as I'm playing a campaign, any already existing ships will not have any of those improvements, so... And I don't even know if they're going to work, but I can't think of anything else to do, to help the AI any more than I already have, aside from getting a ship pack done. But I don't want to do that because I know that when UAD 1.6 comes out and I have to port the mod over, then I'm going to have to redo all the designs anyway, so there's no point starting on that just yet. But yeah, I think a ship pack will help considerably. Try some high explosive, would you? Yeah, there you go. There we go. Right. Well, I'll see you when there's some more action. Okay, new destroyer time. We've got the destroyer leader, which can go up to 3,000 tons potentially, but I think 2,750 is about right for one of those. Because I mean, we do have two more destroyers we can look into after that. Tower wise, I think just the cheap light one, thank you. Secondary tower, not sure. Right, oil, I'm assuming gear turbines. I could go with a dual funnel, but that seems excessive. I can just go with one of these. Gives me plenty of what I want. Do I want just a cheap targeting tower rather than the barbette tower? Because if I'm using triples, what I can do is pop this here, put a gun here, and put the torps in here. I kind of like having the torps in the middle. Change from how I used to play them. I always used to put them on the back, but I don't know, kind of like them in the middle. Now that the depth charges aren't a problem for the guns, probably just go triple 5-inch again. 5-inch 45. So they're basically going to be kind of a repeat of the, where are they? Hal J. Ellison's, except with triple guns. So they're very similar to the refitted destroyers that I built, like the refitted Tracy. Or at least that's the plan. Probably just go with a double bottom hull. Let's go super heavy, triple base, TNT4. %3 over. Haven't done the armor yet. Probably 1.5, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 1, 0.4. 6.5, something like that. We are, however, 2% overweight, mostly mostly in the torpedo launch. Well, the hull, and then the torpedo launchers, then the engines, and then the fuel. We could go cramped. That gets me to within 5 tons. I could just drop range a notch. Or drop range 1 knot. The Thomas E. Fraser. Just more destroyers to round out the fleet. How are they cost-wise? 93. How does that compare with our refitted ones? A little bit more. But obviously it has all the latest tech built in from the start. And the hull is slightly better. Sure. I'll probably build about 30 of these. 30 it is. Although I don't think that's really stretching us too much. No, it's not. We've still got loads. Yeah, so this is probably going to be the Mark V 10-inch, which means we can start building a follow-up cruiser. We're just about finished with the small guns. We just have the Mark V 8s to go. Other than that, I don't think there's anything super shocking coming down. Yeah, it'd be good to get the Detroits and the Salems refitted and get new versions up and running. But what I'm really wanting are the high mark big guns so that we can start constructing more battleships for invasion purposes. But I think our fleet is becoming more balanced over time because I went very heavy capital ships for a while. The invasion here failed. I'm just going to reorder one just to keep Germany stun-locked, although it was like, with peace deals, I mean, it was about 50%, so it wasn't nothing. And the army is finally moving in, so unless it's a name ship or something interesting to fight, I probably won't be showing it. There's no one else trying to go for us right now, is there? France. Possibly. Or Italy. Italy could be very spicy. They're top dog at the moment. But, oh, Jesus. Which means that all their things are very hard to invade. But not impossible. Their weak spot is northeast Italy. We might be able to take Ancona. I'm assuming their armology is 100. Yeah, they've also got a lot of ships. 5 million tons. Good grief. So I'd rather go to war with France, because France has a lot of territory, nearly all of which is exposed to us in form of land attack, which is very, very nice. We can probably blockade them and then try and crash their army logistics. Yeah, they don't have a huge fleet, so I'm not... France could be interesting. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Welcome back. I'm only showing this battle because it involves the midways, which I don't think we've seen before. Or maybe we have and I've just forgotten. Anyway, it's a fleet of midways plus, which includes... Where is it? Lexington 2. Right at the back. There she is. Lexington Reborn. But yeah, it's just some remnants of the German fleet, basically. Which they don't really have very much. Just a few cruisers, the odd destroyer. Those ships. All too easy. But I thought it was worth showing. Showing that they were doing stuff. Welcome back. Another small battle, but this time with some interesting ships. The Markgraf belongs in a museum, and the Z does not belong in a museum. Follow, save, Right, let's go. A couple of German cruisers trying to break the blockade, I suppose, or get out, or back, or I don't know. But yeah, it's annoying because all I really want to do is just hit end turn until the Germans don't exist anymore. The army is pushing from both southern and eastern Germany, but it's slow progress. I'm just going to keep repeating naval invasions on the off chance that we get one of those going through. Just slow work. I am probably going to put some effort into keeping the French and Italians on our good, well, not a good side, but our better side. I do want to go to war with both of them for content reasons. But I don't want to go to war with them just yet, because I really want to finish off the Germans before I have to bother myself with another war. Especially one where all of my ships are going to be busy. Because what I really need to do is get those Mark V guns, pull everything in for refits, and get some proper battle, fast battleships under construction. I know our battle cruisers are basically fast battleships anyway. What's wrong with this ship? Going extremely slowly. So all of our HE is bouncing off it, which is a little bit weird. Maybe same problem. Yeah, it's got a weapon target problem. That means it can't fire back. Might explain why it's going really slowly as well. This is a vanilla bug, by the way. Not to do with the mod. You can get rid of it if you just quick game, reload the battle, but obviously I can't be bothered doing that because it's an enemy ship. It happens to your ships, then yeah, might want to worry about it. But it also seems like she's not taking a proper amount of damage. Oh no, wait, it's my guns that are... Wait, no, it's just going very screwy. Yeah, that ship is bugged. Torpedoes into it. Well, there are some torpedoes in the water, so I might not want to do that. Be okay now. They must run off. I think they've run off. I'm not going to bother chasing them down. Oh, all sorts of bugs. Okay, proper crash. Wait a minute, isn't that the same battle? Yes, it is. I'm also going to risk auto-resolving that. Because, yeah, that was just bugged out. I don't know what was going on there. So, yeah, you got to see the actual battle in the ships, but, yeah, the result a bit different. Oh, we did it! We did it! Okay, the Germans will disappear next turn. 48,000 tons. 48,000 tons of ship. Can we stick them in New York? Yes, we can. Right, so all of you, that should be nearly all the standards, not quite. Head to New York. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Well, I'll sort that out next turn. I am going to make sure that the French don't go to war with us immediately, or try to. I'm going to sort everything out, and I'll see you in a few months. Alright, all the ships are back in port, and it's time to get those refits underway. We're going to start with the Detroits. Going to go oil. 5. I do now have diesel 2s. No, they're not as good. Stick with the geared turbines. Char 5. Upgrade that armour. Switching from tube power to triple base and semi-auto to auto loaders. What's the flash fire chance on these things? 2.6. 8.6 if I go with the super heavy shells, but that will make... Oh, screw it. Let's go super heavy shells. With radar. And yeah, those 10-inch 50 Mark 5s should do very, very well indeed. Now, we do have a little bit of spare displacement. Enough for a range bump. Pretty handy on a heavy cruiser. Okay, next up is going to be the Salems. Okay, the Salems shouldn't be too much to do with them. All 3 and Orcs 5 and Shah 5. Better armor. Let's go triple base, super heavy on these as well. Give them just a little bit more punch. Yeah. Pretty simple, but a decent upgrade. Might be their last. We might pull them in some other time, but they'll be okay for quite a long while. And then I think new cruiser time. I almost forgot about these guys. The Bridgeports. They can also do with an upgrade. Or 3. These ones... Do you know what? We'll experiment with a diesel engine on them. Now they're better off with steam as well. Swap those around. I think I've probably gone backwards and forwards on that several times. Gen 1. Let's remove the RDF. Keep it at anti-torp 3. Yeah, not as happy with these ships. But they'll be useful enough to keep things going. Alright, time for a new cruiser. No, not the Iowa. Right, these can do 30 knots, pretty well to match the rest of our cruiser force. How big is a Detroit? 20? Okay, well, we might as well max these out. So these are actually going to be smaller than a Detroit. Despite being called a super heavy cruiser, they're not. In fact, both of these are smaller than the Detroits. Okay, that kind of changes my plan with them. Let's go with the cheap tower. Cheap light tower. Advanced gun funnel. Again, I'm going to go with the cheap light tower, please. Second funnel. Yeah, what guns are going to be best on here? Because my original thought... Oh, maybe we could go 10s. I could go ABX 10s with a 5-inch based secondary setup, although those ones look a bit silly. And then our kind of classic AA / transport murdering armament. This tower seems a little off. Maybe go for the one up from that. Purely a size thing. Like so. Because one thing that people were like, oh, you haven't put enough secondaries on. Where are your proper secondaries? Well, there you go. Proper secondaries. Yeah, it doesn't interfere. A little bit. That one's fine, though. Okay, 10-inch. 50s. 5-inch. 45s. And 2-inch. Well, not 2-inch. 1.6 long as possible. Okay. So far, so good. We might be able to reduce beam on this ship, actually. That always helps with the weight. Let's go minimum beam and 17,000 even. See if we can get that to work. All three. Now, we could go geared 78, 90%. Ooh, diesel. Okay, marine diesel with backup diesel electric mod cons. Pop it into one hull. This is where we start getting very heavy. Standard ratio of base fuse, cap ballistic, TNT4, triple base, super heavy, auto loading, shells. Okay. Armor. What do we need to protect ourselves against a gun like that? Yeah. 8-inch main belt sounds about right. Deck protection, probably want 5-inch on the turret and 4 on the main deck. 1.5 on the 4.5 deck is fine. 1.5 4.5 belt is fine. Same on the superstructure. 3-inch gun. Oh, sorry, 5-inch guns. Yeah, let's go 3, 1.5, 2. And then those layers. That's the other thing I want to check. for an onion layout. Can maybe reduce this a bit to get it under. Have to reduce it a lot though. There. Is there anything that's remarkably heavy? Yeah, engines. But I don't like going slower than 30. Wait, let's have a triple hull. Get rid of that. And give me that in a deck armor back. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's not really a super cruiser. It's basically the same as a Detroit. How does it compare? More expensive, same speed, basically the same armament, but with the addition of a secondary battery, which the Detroits do not have. Is there any difference in the hull stats? Yes. Well, it's a better gun platform, but it's not as tough. Still, I think they'll do pretty well. They look pretty cool as well. I like the look, and yeah, they are basically packing a destroyers with firepower on top to help them deal with multiple threats. The Cerritos done. I've ordered 10. But it includes some state-named ships, so I'm just going to change those out, and then I'll be back in a moment. Okay, quick bit of renaming later, so they don't have state names on a heavy cruiser. Why? I'm not sure why the game allows that when it's really not a US thing to do that. So, basically, I'm going to wait and see what happens. Next thing is going to be a big refit of all of the standards, laying down new battleships and stuff. Next thing for me might be a follow-up to the Cerritos, because we've got the hull that's this but bigger. Can maybe do a kind of second flight type deal. Politics-wise, we're seeing a post-war bump, which is good. We're now solidly we're number 4 in economy, British Empire. And I was about to say, oh, Soviet Union, but no, that's a factor of 1,000 off. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about the Italians. They are a little bit too big. Although in actual fleet tonnage, they're not crazy compared to us. Okie dokie. But yeah, it looks like France might be our next opponent. If we do get into a war with France, probably immediately hitting Corsica. Let the army deal with continental France. We need to go off. We'll probably take their islands. So Madagascar, Comoros, Réunion, Porto Francais would be targets, but we'll probably start here with the French Antilles, Cayenne, place like that. They've also have some stuff in the Pacific that we'll need picking up. So yeah, the Navy's going to focus on the islands, the army can focus on land. But yeah, France is a big one. That's going to take a very, very long time to munch down their empire. Probably 2 or 3 wars worth, because if you try and grab it all at once, if Italy gets dragged in, we'll probably have to focus all our attention on them. Because they have an awful lot of ships. Wish I had some intel on how good they were. Just have to wait and see. Welcome back. Looking at the timeline and when I'm likely to get those Mark V 16-inch guns, I think I need to lay down ships now and refit them when they're finished. But I think this episode's long enough already. So, with the defeat of Germany, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.